Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today I have invasion teams for you, high, mid, and low, as well as a new PvP season, right? And we'll be doing the weekly preview for Khetar, Underspire, Event Key Drop Table, Weapons in the Soul Forge, all that good stuff. But first invasion teams, and then the weekly preview. What else? We got Guild Wars coming soon. I think I'll put that on tomorrow's live stream just to make it more interesting. We usually do the faction event, but just to make it more interesting, we'll do our Guild Wars team and our defense and all that tomorrow. So, you know, we got a lot to do today anyway. But, yeah, we got a new PvP season. I think that's the main thing. Sana said there's supposed to be a holiday event as well. But, where is it? She said, where is it though? I don't know. We'll look into that too. But let's run an auto battle while I set up the stream. As per usual. We got Khetar. Where's Khetar? Down here somewhere? There it is. And trials. We'll do an auto battle here while I set up the stream so you have something to watch. Doesn't take me very long. Copy this. Invasion is one of the easiest guild events in the game. They give you the troop that can one-shot the towers. And there ends up being 4 towers. You end up having a troop that can one-shot 4 towers. You can get 3 of the troop, 4 of the troop, whatever you want to do. And just bang, 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 bang. You win type of stuff. It's not what we usually do, but you could do that. You know what I mean? That's how it's easier than that even, but that's what you could do. Alright, Gems of War Invasion. PvP Guild Wars. Just typing in some tags here. Spoilers. Alright, save that. Come on. What are you doing? My mouse is acting up. Come on. I don't need to save it yet. Gems of War is the game. Doot. Alright, let's save all that stuff. I do have a thumbnail. I've been doing that. I've been trying, y'all. I've been trying. That's all I'm gonna say today is I've been trying. My birthday's in like a week. We might do a special stream for that. Let's see what date. What day does that fall on? A Tuesday. So not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday will be our birthday live stream. Okay, yeah. Okay, almost ready. Alright, let's get the chat going and then I'll be good to go. Let's get the chat going and I'll be good to go. It's Monday fun day. Let's do live chat. I see Brian Walker. I almost said Brian Worker because I was already reading your message. Brian Walker says I'm at work. Yeah, hit that like button, turn in your ticket to the train if you're lurking, if you're watching after, if you're here, all of the above. It helps if you hit the like. Shares it out to more people pretty much, I would say. What that button does when you finger the thumb and you like say you like the video, you like the stream, you know you're gonna like it anyway before you even watch it, right? Gets more people, it shares it out there to more people. Alright, I'm ready to go, but we're not even close here. What do we got? Tomb Knight, Skeleton, Cat's Butt, and Anknum. Let's turn this off. So Tomb Knight, Destroy Column, blah, blah, blah. We'll go over this later, but Anknum's pretty good. Enemy team is a whole bunch of Duke, so I would say that auto battle could win it, but we're not going to be able to see because I'm ready to go, and we don't need to be watching that if I'm ready to go. Let's make some teams. First, though, let's grab our mail. Let's give it to the guild. Give it to the guild. Guild. Tasks. I keep explaining how I'm doing this. So basic tasks first, right? All the basic tasks are done. Then we look at Epic Purple. Epic Purple is done. So now we look at the one that's closest to being finished. All right, right here. And I go to 1,000,000. Might as well complete the whole thing. If I can. I got enough gold, I can do that. Let's do it. And then I'll grab my mail. That way the amount I just did is there too. Rewards. Uncollected event rewards. We probably got the world event done. It was later on Sunday, and we were getting close. So I think we probably got it done. I bought up further in the shop too. Like, you guys saw me buy it further in the shop, and then I bought again after that off of stream. Because I was done with everything. I was done with Bounty. I got done with Bounty on Saturday morning. I got done with Underspire on Saturday morning. That's a time where I'm perfectly willing to buy more up in the guild event, because I had nothing else going on. I might as well. And I had the gems to do it, so went ahead and bought up further in the guild event, and I think I was top 10 maybe. Alright, here we got 23 hours. I will use that later, but let's grab this. It used to be the best way to get medals. We used to have world events like super often, and you would get a medal of seasons for participating, pretty much, you know, if you, as long as you did it the right way, the world event, and they would turn in the medals from the world event, turn into medals of season, and that would be an easy way to get like some globals to use early game. Join a guild, participate in the guild event, you know, and then your medals turn into medals of season. But now we don't have them as often, so. But you used to, man. Like, I remember one of my new account playthroughs, the first medal I got 3 globals of was like the medal of seasons. We've been through quite a few different like eras of Gems of War. There was like the world event era. There was the Guild Wars era, where we would have it like every week, all the time. All right, let's look at my offers, because I like to. I keep buying this pet. I don't even know if I really need it, but I just buy it anyway. It's pretty cheap. Should probably look into that. Do I really need that? I think I do need it. Why not buy it? It's cheap. Alright, guild event. Oh, shop. We have to get the troop in the shop, the glory shop, because maybe it can be useful in the invasion. You never know. And I'm going to do that anyway. Got Sakite Priestess. Scatter damage, burn. Alright, nothing too special there. Let's get it fully ascended. Okay. Now we can do invasion. So we give to the guild, we grab our mail, I look at my offers, and then I go to the glory shop, get my spoils of war, get my troop fully ascended. Now I'm ready. Buy up in the shop first, though. We always buy up to the weapon if you can, because it's just a good time to get it. It's not a good weapon. Sometimes they are. Right now they're doing this, so eventually they'll be done with this type of weapon, and we'll go back to maybe better weapons. But previously it was explodey weapons, and you would always, you know, it could be used in the fights, like for the event. Like, this could be used in the fights for the event, but it's not very good, so you probably aren't going to use it. But it's the best time to buy up to it, get another weapon for Khetar. You're going to want the potions anyway, you're going to want the troop anyway, so buy up to the weapon. Let's do that first. I might get multiple copies of the Tower Killer. It depends if there's other Tower Killers or not. So we have to use this Tower Killer. There was a question, or there was like a comment in the chat, I think last week? Was it last week? Or yeah, it was about the bounty, and they weren't using the bounty captain, and I had to explain, like, a lot of events have a certain troop you kind of have to use to get more points. Like, I always go over it, but in case you're your first time here, Tower of Doom, you use the weapon, right? Get more points if you use the weapon that they give you in the shop. Invasion, it's this troop, this Tower Killer. If you use this one, you get more points. It just makes it every fight more valuable. You have to do less fights because you're getting more points per fight because you're using this troop. This troop also does really good damage and one-shots towers, so it's not good outside of this event, but it's really good in this event, and it gives you more points. Raid event, use the Raid Boss Killer, right? Bounty Captain. World events, it's the medal, actually. Journey, it's the Pathfinder. You always want to use those troops, and they're in the shop. So, they're right there for you. It's not like you just don't have it because you got unlucky. Like, it's right there to buy. And you should be spending gems on your guild event, because guild event is very important. Guild is very important, and if you're going to invest gems in anything, it would be the guild event. So, You might as well get the troop, get more points. We're gonna buy up to the weapon. At least. Blade of Guardian, 14 blue-green. Give attack and life to all monster allies and then bless them. Okay. And our invasion troop is blue-red, divine monster. Deal damage to an enemy. If they are a tower, deal 3 times 5 times damage based on my ascensions. If the enemy dies, bless all allies. Okay, so we're going to one-shot the tower, and then we're going to bless all of our allies. At least it has something useful other than just killing the tower. But that's where I'll start. I'll buy up to the weapon, and we'll see how it goes from there. Our restriction is monster. I'm thinking already about Arachnian Weaver, Shoggoth. I know monsters from PvP. There's Arachnian Weaver, the first one that pops up. I bet you Shoggoth is down here too. Yep, right here. PvP helps you learn how to make teams for other stuff like this. But Brian is here, MJK Jets is here, Sana is here. How's it going? Brian's at work. He's asking y'all to do karate on that like button. Jet says, happy PvP Season of Honor Day, everyone. Yep. You wish they would shiny and update the old Journey troops, even the original ones that aren't. Yeah, I know what you mean. Alright, so we gotta make a team here. We gotta put the tower killer on the team. So I'll go to upgradable. Whoops. So that'll bring it up for me. This is the Glory Shop troop. Let me fully that first. Just because. I bought up to it. Might as well. Alright, here is the Hurisite Champion. We're going to use that. Let's upgrade it. Leveling up. Alright, now we got to see... Alright, I'm going to use orbs on it in case I want to get more copies. If I buy up further in the shop, it's just going to help me fully ascend it, which could be a way to do it. But if you have enough blue orbs, you can just do this. Which, when you become an in-game player with every boss troop, like, eventually you just... This is what you use blue orbs on, kind of. Whoops. What am I doing? Where'd it go now? I lost it. Probably because I fully did already. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright, throw it over there so I don't lose it again. Get it fully folied all the way. Alright, so that third trait is just for skull damage, but it is useful if you're going to use it in first slot. The score... deal damage to an enemy if they are a tower. Deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascensions. So you'll do more damage if you fully ascend it. If you don't fully ascend it, you'll still get max points. But you won't do as much damage with skulls and spell. So it's up to you. Hopefully you have enough to fully it. But you have to have that on your team, because it's just... If you don't have it on your team, you're just making everything harder on yourself. Kinda. We have to have that there. Now let's make a little team to wreck early here. Got Arachnian Weaver, which is almost always pretty good. Hits multiple enemies, blows up the board. Mark is here. How's it going? Yeah, you too, Mark. Don't we have the same birthday, man? So I'm heavily considering using that. Weapons, we can use any weapon we want. You know what that usually means. And I might just do that. That could be good enough. You know, the ruby weapon. I could make 2 teams and make... Alright, I'm just gonna... I think I might do this here. This is our high level team. This means you just have everything in the game. And you want me to show you what I think the best team is that you could do. And then I'll make a mid and a low for people that don't have everything. Let's see what else we have. Are there any good mana generators down here? We're gonna have a lot of damage. But two of our damage dealers, all three of our damage dealers, they all do true damage and they all explode the board. So I think this is going to be very nice, very easy. Ooh, we got Bog Strider. We could do that. That could make it easier. I mean, that could get you your mana up quicker. So maybe I do that instead of Shagaroth. I don't think we're going to need both. Put that in first slot. We got Ruby Weapon in second. Arachne Weaver. We'll throw the Tower Killer on the bottom because we're probably not going to need it this early, but it needs to be on the team to give us the points. Is there anything else? Like Khetar, I don't really like too much. This hits 3 enemies. That could be good for if you kill the tower, then you use this. So I don't hate it. Megavore, maybe super deep. Crimson Bat's pretty good. Hits all enemies for true damage. Shagaroth, of course. I always recommend that. Hits multiple enemies, blows up the board, enrages, silences. But we'll check it out. For my high-level team, I'm going to go with this, I think. We have a really good mana generator with Bog Strider. We have a true damage to all enemies with some more mana generation with our weapon, Ruby Weapon. And then Arachne Weaver's here just in case our Ruby Weapon stops one-shotting. It can finish off the last 2 enemies and blow up the board and then finish off the first 2 if it needs to. And then we have this for towers if it gets hairy later on and for more points. So our banner, we got 2 greens, we got 2 blues, 2 reds. Definitely want some green. Are we missing any colors? We got green, blue, red, brown, purple. Got every color. So purple wouldn't be too bad to minus. Yellow wouldn't be too bad to minus. So Arachne Weaver's just there just in case for later. So purple or yellow is what I would minus. There's purple. Hey, we got red. So, old Maze banner here. Probably fine. Class. Maybe Archer, maybe Titan. Let's go with Archer. Go all in on getting that Bog Strider up, casting it, getting everything else up, winning. I'm liking this. So the high-level team, I think if you have everything in the game and you just want to get it done as quickly as possible, Bog Strider, Ruby Weapon, Arachne Weaver, and the Tower Killer. Let's go run it. Do I need anything else here? I could put an Anu on. Could put an Anu on, make it a little bit quicker for these early fights. Alright, let's see how this goes. Like I said, I don't hate Manticoris. Like, Tower Killer and then finish off the other 3 with Manticoris, maybe. You don't have Ruby Weapon or Arachne Weaver, but you do have Manticoris. Could do that. See how everything's up already? Like, we're just gonna... These early fights don't really show anything, except for that we're going quickly. Here comes Bog Strider. To get up Ruby Weapon. To cast it and win. Alright, I'll show like 5 fights with this team, and then we'll make a mid-team with no mythics on it. Bog Strider. Gets up Ruby Weapon, cast it, win. Alright, 2 more. Rain is here. You killed up to the last stage. With Crimson Bat, that's a good one. I like Crimson Bat. Good choice. The only thing better about the Ruby Weapon than Crimson Bat is that it explodes after you cast it in case stuff like survives. They're pretty similar though. Crimson Bat. I might use that for my mid. Bang, boom. Just don't forget about Bog Strider. Bog Strider will get your team up very quickly. It's a low mana cost. destroys the whole board. Get your team up. So whatever you're using, if you're using Manticoras, if you're using Ruby Weapon, if you're using Arachne Weaver, Shoggoth, Crimson Bat, something like that, make sure Bog Strider's in first slot so you can get it up quick. Once again, that's what I'm recommending. Alright, now we got to do a mid, so we take this out of here. It's a mythic. Now, if you have the Ruby Weapon, you could just plug in Crimson Bat or Shoggoth. I don't know if I want to do that to y'all, but I'd probably plug this in somewhere. Can catch purple. We change our banner. Maybe like green, blue. Minus brown, minus red, minus yellow. Okay, maybe that. If you have the Ruby Weapon, do that. I'll show it one time, but I'm gonna try to make one without the Ruby Weapon. So if you don't have Arachne Weaver, but you do have Shoggoth, which is a easy to get underworld troop. Something like that. It's gonna look pretty much the same until later on. Just get up your Bog Strider if you can here. Should get everybody else up. But Ruby Weapon is the star if you have it. But I'll make a team without it. Alright, let me make one without the Ruby Weapon. Alright, so if you don't have Ruby Weapon, but you want to do a mid. Anknum's okay, it hits all enemies, but Crimson Bat is better because it does true damage. It's the same colors as Sight Champion, but early that's not going to really matter. Still like Shoggoth. You could use Wand. And I'll do a low level without Wand or Ruby Weapon, but these days, you should be trying to get them if you don't have them. And yeah, let's just do Crimson Bat for this one. Or Manticoras once again, Arachne Weaver, those are all good options. Shoggoth. Where's it at? Monster. Keep passing it up. There it is. Do something like this. This would go pretty quick for a while. I think Bog Strider should be on every team. If you don't have Ruby Weapon, hopefully you have the Wand. If you don't have either one, I'll do a low-level team here soon. Let's make the team. Banner probably needs to change. Maybe. Not really. Same banner. Trident banner. Archer's still fine. Something like that. Crimson Bat. Get up your Bog Strider first thing. That should get everything else up. I don't even need the wand. Boom. All dead. They don't all die, just do it again. Something like that. I think this should be on every team, and this should be on every team. And it's about like what you put in between. Do you have a really good troop that does damage? Then maybe use Wand of Stars. If you don't have a really good troop that does damage, use the Ruby Weapon. And I think the Ruby Weapon's the best anyway, out of anything that you could use. Something like that. I need to do another poll to see how many people have the Wand of Stars, or maybe I'll do it on my community tab. Like, do you have Wand of Stars? Do you have Ruby Weapon? Sauna with the Gifted went to Livewire. He's surfing in Hawaii until told otherwise, remember. The Pirate Gang is recruiting. 2 spots open. PC Mobile, right? That's the team code for the one you're using there, Rain? Okay. Thank you, Chad, for the 2. With a 2, with a 2. Doing the monster mash, yep. Yoke says, so I went to tier 3 for the bounty event last weekend. I used only bounty troops, and I was 13k short from completing it, so you have to buy to tier 4. Really? Did you use the bounty captain? And you had them all fully ascended, like every single troop fully ascended too? That would be the first question. Like, you have to use the bounty captain, so you had to use that Weasel 300 or whatever its name was. Okay, and then you fullied them. You, like, every single one of your bounty troops are fully, like, fully traded, fully leveled, all that. And then you were doing level 20 every single time? Okay. Hey, that's news to me, man, but... So, hey, I'll start saying that from now on, I guess. I haven't done a full bounty team in a while. Everybody fell short? Dang, I got it done on Saturday morning going to tier 5, so... That's usually why I recommend it, but I know it costs more gems. It's kind of bougie. Glad I didn't recommend that. I mean, I probably mentioned that, but I'll have to talk about tier 4 going forward, I guess. Or I'll have to try it myself. That sucks. Alright, so let's make a team with no wand, no ruby weapon, no mythics, no legendaries. Definitely want Bog Strider on the team. Well, we'll see, maybe. Is there any other tower killers? That's kind of the first thing you want to look at. Once you get past... Once there's all 4 towers, that'll really work good. Got the Hubrisite Champion. What rarity is it? It's epic. Okay. Are there other tower killers? You kind of want to look at that. See, is there? Forget what you type in. Maybe Siege. Not a tower killer. Not a tower killer. Not a tower killer. I would say Siege Breaker. There we go. Here's one. Crypt Worm. There usually is, because it's been so long that we've gone through every bosses. Here we go. There's towers again. Blue, brown. Blue, brown. What's it do? Submerge 2 allies. This one converts all skulls to doom skulls. This one's good. Sharptooth is good, so you want to use that. I might... Blue, brown. She sounds better than Cryptworm. We're out of, so these are all your tower killers. This one you have to use because it's like the captain. And then you got Towerite Priestess, who will submerge 2 allies after it casts. And this one will, this one has a 30% chance for an extra turn and a 30% chance to get my mana back. So this one's actually better than this one. You could throw this up in first slot just to get the extra skull damage too. It's not blocking Bog Strider. This is a team you could do. It'll get better the more towers you get. If I had to do a banner, I'd still stick with green. We got blue, red, green, brown. Okay. Got 2 browns, 2 blues. Got 2 reds. Could minus purple, we could minus yellow. Minus purple, minus right here? No. That's both. Right here? Yeah, looks like the best banner. Pax banner. Green for Bog Strider, brown for Sharptooth and Towerite Priestess. Yellow we don't use at all. Class can... Oh, wait, we aren't using our hero. That's stupid. You could take off Bog Strider. I like Bog Strider, though, but... Just any mana-generating weapon that you have. Even, like... Mountain Crusher or Obsidian Libram. Now I'm using purple, though. And now Tal'Reet Priestess is getting blocked, too. I mean, that still does damage. We don't have to... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we use a different weapon. I can use, If I use Essence of Evil, that's pure green, just like Bog Strider was, so... I'll be fine. It's an easy to get weapon. Alright, so here's like a low-level team. Hopefully you have... I'll try to make another one. You know, you're going to need one for early before there's 4 towers. This one would be the one for, like, once there's multiple towers. And if you don't have these two, you can just do another... You could do 2... You could do 3 Hero Site Champions if you want, or 2 with a... whatever. Just a bunch of tower killers work for this event for low-level players. Won't be as fast, but... They end up one-shotting the towers, and you end up having 4 towers, so... Let's get up our weapon. Can go ahead and kill the tower. Let's do this. Bang. Bang. They're dead. Something like that for Lola. I'll try to make another one, though, if I could think of something for your early fights. Alright, we got Essence of Evil already. Let's cast it on something that's not the tower, because the tower won't run away. Let's kill the tower. And they ran away. Cool. Bang. There you go. See if I can think of something. If you're a low-level player and you want to go quick and get to the 4 towers. I shouldn't have took her off the team, dummy. This has to be on your team. Alright, you got Lasher? Got anything good that's epic and under? Turagon's okay. He's better for kind of like other stuff, though. Lithian Servitor's decent. Lasher. Sandrunner starts with 75% mana. It's Tight Warrior, maybe, like do a armor thing. Probably just use like Black Manacles. Black Manacles. And then something else to do damage. Help it out. Like, got this, it's blue and purple. That could be fine. Throw this up top, we'll put this in second, put this in third. This catches red, this catches blue, this catches brown and purple. So this is the one you'd use until you get to 4 towers or 3 towers or wherever. And then the other one is what you use once you get 3 to 4 towers. Our banner. Probably still okay. We do have a little bit more purple now. I just want to get Bog Strider up because it like gets the whole team going. Banner. Green, purple? We got green, purple, brown, blue, red, missing yellow. Banner of blood. Alright, let's see how this one goes. I'm only recommending this until you get to like 3 or 4 towers, but you could use it until it stops working too. Beginners out there, low-level players, that's who I'm talking to. Oh, they summon. It's fine. You only got one enemy, your tower killer's got like extra magic. It's probably gonna hit the hardest on single targets. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple more fights and that'll be it for Invasion. I totally recommend the Ruby Weapon. That's number 1. And then Crimson Bat is pretty good up there. It hits all enemies for true damage. Brown would be dumb because we're getting that next turn. Let's take red.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Enemies going wild. Here's our backup. Alright, one more fight. And then it's time for the weekly preview. New PvP season, supposed holiday event. See that Bog Strider? I mean, it's not going to be the same for you if you're a beginner. It's like based on your magic. I have 56 magic, so I'm destroying 57 gems. So if you had like 40 magic, it'd be 41 gems. It's still pretty good even if you don't have like a ton of magic. It's kind of like doing Atlanta Black Manacles. Anyway, that's Invasion. You have to use this. I think this is a really good mana generator for it. And then whatever your best, like, damage dealer in between. Ruby Weapon, Crimson Bat, Arachnian Weaver, Manticorus, Shoggoth. Rain says if you buy tier 5 and bounty and orb the new bounty troop, you can complete it on Saturday using the Ruby Weapon. Yeah, that's what I did. I did Chrysantherax, but I completed it Saturday morning on stream. Jet says step 1, don't spend gems on bounty. Step 2, nothing. Step 3, profit. But then you don't get all the other rewards. You're missing out on orbs, so I hope you have every single boss troop. I hope you have every single troop in the game gold deleted. You know, I hope you have all your kingdom powers at 2030, so if you want to, if your main goal in the game is to stack up gems and not use them on anything, then I guess. Or if you just, hey, if you're doing something cool on the weekend and you don't want to do bounty, I feel you. But I do not agree with that, Jets. Come on. What were you doing, though? Going to the script club? I might agree. Depends what you was doing instead. Got my rewards. If we're talking about playing Gems of War, though, you should do the bounty event. It's totally worth it to spend the gems. The whole point of the game was we're trying to make progress in the game, not stack up a bunch of gems. Gems are used to make progress in the game. And part of making progress in the game is getting orbs, getting events done, and all the other loot that comes with the bounty that's not just gems. Like, you could do that with your guild event, too, right? I'm not playing Invasion because if I buy up in the shop, I have to spend gems. But then you'll get kicked out of your guild. You won't get all these rewards here. You could say the same thing about any event. I'm not going to spend on any event. Then you're not shining the troop. You're not getting major orbs of chaos to get gold elite orbs. I know you're probably joking, but there might be somebody out there that actually thinks that. Dragon Knight. We don't need our dragons, I guess. We don't care about pets and fully ascending them. You know, you get gold and souls and shiny keys. Another major orb of chaos, which could be anything. Hopefully you have every troop in the game. You have so many purple orbs, you don't need them, right? You already have Zul'Gah, CT, Maelstrom Dagonath, and Enraged Kurandara, so you don't need any orbs anymore. You don't need an Epic Vault Key, which could be 900 gems. Could be wrong, actually, to not spend gems. What if you get an Epic Vault Key and you get 900 gems from it? It's a scratcher, though. Diamonds, gems, event keys, trait stones. There's many other things in here that aren't gems. You're kind of spending your gems to get all this other stuff. And then every fight you're getting rewards, and you're helping your guild, so you're getting all the guild tasks from the guild, staying in the guild, getting all the stats from being in the guild. Guild events are definitely more important than single-player events, but Bounty is like the most important single-player event because the rewards are so good. Other than Vault, of course. Vault's number one. Alright, that's Invasion. Let's do this weekly preview, which is going to include the new PvP stuff. You're not joking? It only applies to Bounty? It's tier 16? Okay. That was for free? Okay. That's what you want to do. Alright, Soft Kitty, new ultra rare troops, Kite Priestess. Get this troop with glory from the Wards tab of the shop. PvP season, Season of Honor. A new PvP season has started. Don't miss out on amazing rewards. Invasion. Help your guild defeat enemy towers this week. Build a team from a troop type monster and invade every day. Just made a bunch of teams for that. Mentioned a bunch of troops, a bunch of things you could substitute in. Guild Wars is coming. We'll talk about it tomorrow, though. The restriction, I think, is Suncrest, right? Strix or Suncrest, something like that. Tome of the Cursed God for 27 more days. Week of Monsters. All monsters gain 10% to skills. Divines. All divines gain 10% to skills. And bonus gold if you use the Kite Priestess in PvP and Explore. A little bit extra gold. Soul Forge. Anything good in here? And if there is or isn't, who cares? We're going to put them in order anyway. Good morning, Beg for Mercy. Sana and Chad running out to the garage, smoking cigars, listening to the oldies, trying to get it out of there. Super close. It's like a turtle poking out, remember? Need to go to that gas station. We're running out of brewskis. Alright, what do we got? Let's check on the dragon first. It's Luna. This is for Stellarix. It's the purple dragon for Stellarix, so if it's the last one you need for Stellarix, you might want to craft it. Remember, that's rotation every week. They go through all the dragons, and they cost 2,000 Dragonite. So that way you don't have to like keep opening eggs, keep getting duplicates. You can just wait for it to pop up in the Soul Forge. The meta strategy is to get 5 dragons via random eggs and then craft the last dragon right here. Wait for it in the Soul Forge. That way you're not getting so many duplicates. The more dragons you get, the harder it is to get the one you need. Alright, we have Manticorus in the Soul Forge, and it's an option for your invasion, so if you don't have anything else, I wouldn't recommend crafting it, but I guess you could. It's okay. True damage to 3 random enemies. Drain 8 mana from them. If the enemy is poisoned, drain double the mana. Ice Storm at start of battle. There's so many other good things in the game is what it suffers from, really. Did not make our top 20. Archduke, Pharaoh Nefertani, and Flame of Anu. A weird, definitely skippable Soul Forge as far as the mythics go. They're all like kind of mid. Flame of Anu, Pharaoh Nefertani, Archduke, and Manticorus. Who's the best here, though? It's either Manticorus or Archduke, probably. These two are the worst. Archduke sometimes, you know. Sometimes. If you need an instant kill, but it... I don't know. I'm going to say Manticorus slightly above Archduke. So this is the best one here, but it's not a top 20. It's not a top 30. It's like B-, something like that. So if you're saving up for better mythics, keep saving. But 22 blue, green, yellow Leonis Empire monster deal true damage to 3 random enemies and drain 8 mana from them. If the enemy is poisoned, drain double the mana. Poison a random enemy when matching blue gems, impervious, and summon an ice storm at the start of battle. So solid, just not one of the best. Then you got Archduke up next. 25, blue, red, brown, Blighted Lands Demon. Deal damage to an enemy. There's a percentage chance equal to my magic to destroy them. If they die, summon a Lemure. No good traits, though, at all. Depends how high your magic is, if that's worth it or not. It's like a 50-50 chance of instant killing. You can get it up higher, though. Similar to that, whatever that new mythic we got. Remember the snake? I already forgot its name. Similar to that, really. There's so many other instant kills in the game that it's just... You got Zolgoth. You got Maelstrom Dagonath, you got CT, you got High King Iron Gut. There's so many other ways that are in between that are a little bit better than this. Scorpius, Ubistet, Wolfgarrick. Could go on and on. We already talked about it because the new mythic that we had was very similar to Archduke. Then you got Flame of Anu and Pharaoh Nefertani. At least she curses, I guess, if you need a curse. This one Fairy Fires, though. They're both kind of mid. A little bit less than mid, maybe. D+, C- type of mythics here. Nothing too special. Usually it's a Khetar mythic. It's a Khetar week right now, so she's available in event keys. And she's also in the Soul Forge. That seems to happen quite a bit for some reason. But that's the mythics. If you're going to craft anything, maybe Manticoris, but I still wouldn't recommend it. You should save up for something better. Alright, legendaries, we don't craft them here, but just to go over them anyway. Got Borealis, who was in contention for our top 20 legendaries, but I don't think it ended up making it. It's just outside of the top 20 legendaries, I think. King Bloodhammer, also good. It was really good with Glaceon. Commander Dawnheart did make our top 20 legendaries. It's really good if you don't have Guard's Avatar. It does the same thing. And it can doesn't have to deal with Submerge because it's not doing AoE. Boost it up with armor, and it just crushes stuff. It's probably number 1 this week for legendaries. Commander Dawnheart, 16 yellow, brown, white, hum, Divine Knight. Deal damage to 4 random enemies boosted by my armor. So similar to Guard's Avatar, Rowan. Stuff like that. Tesla. What's the last legendary? Got Commander Dawnheart. King Bloodhammer. Solzara, she's last. Okay. Borealis, since it almost... I don't know. I like King Bloodhammer, I guess. 16 red, brown, Draxum, Undead Dwarf, deal damage to 2 strongest enemies. Transform all blue gems to Doom Skulls to boost the damage. Summon a Doomstorm and an enemy dies. You got Borealis, who's triple skull damage to Frozen. Freezes all enemies, deals damage to the weakest enemy. Deal triple skull damage versus Frozen. 65% skull reduction. So it might even be a little bit better than King Bloodhammer. I think that's what we decided. So yeah, legendaries would be Commander Dawnheart, then Borealis, then King Bloodhammer, then Solzara. My order for this week. Mythics were Manticoris, then Archduke, then Pharaoh Nefertani / Flame of Anu. Alright, any good weapons? Khetar week. Blade of Guardians, the one we're getting an invasion, so you probably shouldn't get it here. Bone Cutter, Explodey, nice for Khetar. Stone Cutter, Bone Cutter and Stone Cutter. And Cheese Cutter. Where's Cheese Cutter? This one does brown, this one does blue, this one does Khetar, this one does monster. Those are always good to have, explodey weapons. Mana generation. For collection purposes, like, choose one of them. You know, don't get all of them if you don't have all of them. You don't want to waste all your jewels and diamonds, but here's another one right here for Khetar. Purple. your curse breaker weapons that are always here. Another one, man. There's a lot of explodey weapons from Khetar. Doom Tome. Dead Gauntlet. Tool for your tool belt. If you're doing an undead team. Even your hero is undead. Doom Tome is poop. Scythe of Khetar is doo-doo. Bone Shield. Another tool for your tool belt there. Withering Touch. So yeah, if you don't have all these explodies, get one of them at least. Stone Cutter, Bone Cutter, Tomb Lord's Crook, Scarab Blade. If you don't have all of those, get one of them at least. If you already have all of them, start looking at Dead Gauntlet, maybe Doom Tome, Bone Shield. Start looking at those. And if you have everything, just get something you don't have, I guess, until you have everything. Withering Touch is okay, I guess. That's the Soul Forge. I would say just skip everything. Maybe get a weapon you don't have, an explodey weapon you don't have. Commander Dawnheart would be okay, but I don't really recommend legendaries unless it's Tesla, because you want to get those out of chests with keys, not with diamonds. Save up your diamonds for mythics. But if you just can't wait and you're peeing your pants, then Commander Dawnheart wouldn't be horrible to get. He's in the top 20 legendaries, but I would say just go to the toilet. Okay, so PvP is probably the most interesting thing happening otherwise. Ooh, I got promoted to Diamond League, alright. What do we do here? We gotta look at all the new stuff. PvP season. So we got, Immortal Zachariel. Summoning Stones? Oops, sorry. I always forget. Will I ever not forget? Summoning Stones, you look at them, you barely ever do anything with them, but occasionally, if you see like Leprechaun and you don't have it type of stuff. We got Ogre, Knight Errant, Tesla's Engine, Anthea, Baron Gary, Rotting Serpent, Frost Giant, Lance Knight. Nope. Satyr, Dire Boar, Unicorn, Lady Florella, Willie the Anchor, Earth Dreamer, Pox, Heron Taurus. Nope. Red Fox, Fireborn Link, Brass Stray, blah blah blah. Goblin Bomber. I think you get from. I mean, if you're like super early and you're making your Goblin team, maybe. I think you already have them from like other stuff. Is this a Goblin? Another Goblin. Herdmaster's pretty good. Mana Generator. I like Herdmaster, maybe. If you don't have it, maybe. It's a good mana generator. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, so Herdmaster would be the one, I would say, if you're going to do anything. I use them sometimes. I used to get used way more, but now there's like, you know, you got so many weapons and like Wanda Stars and other mana generators. Like on purple, you're gonna do Thrall or Leprechaun. On yellow, you do like Harpy Mage, Essentia. It's hard to fit in Herdmaster, but maybe early game if you need a good mana generator. And then there's a couple goblins in there for your like very first team. PvP season. It's a new season, so you have to build your VP back up to be able to buy stuff in the shop, and it's a whole new season. So hopefully you used your icons last weekend. We got new Immortals here. Immortal Zachariel. Immortal Zachariel. He's 26, blue, yellow, brown, divine, from Sword's Edge. He deals heavy, true heavy splash damage to 3 random enemies, boosted by barrier gems. If used in Adania, deal double damage. So if I'm in Adania, I'm gonna probably use them if I have them, because that's decent. Convert a purple gem to a barrier gem when my turn begins. Vulnerable on skulls by 40%. So nothing too crazy. I mean, it's decent, but you have to level them up. If you have Glacia, for example, and you have it leveled to like 20-something, it might be good outside of PvP, but it takes a while for this to be better than something else outside of But it's good in its Adania, for sure. And I like the spell. Boosted by barrier gems kind of sucks, but just doing true heavy splash damage to 3 random enemies should hit everything. It's okay. It's not like a Fernax or a Ossifer, but it's better than other ones. Is that the... so that's the new Immortal. This is all the other loot that you can get. Souls for the new Immortal. Talismans and Burning Marks and Vault Keys and Shiny Keys and all kinds of stuff here. Boosters. If you buy it, make sure you're going hard. Like, get everything. If you buy it, get everything. It's kind of how I recommend buying these, but only if you're going to go all the way, you know? There's no point of buying it unless you're going to go all in and go all the way to 90. Season goals. These are back. Or they've always been here, but... Hey, I get a bunch of stuff. These have all been reset too, so they're easier to get, right? And the shop has new stuff. Not pets, but other. Alright, here we go. So this is the gold mark mythic, which you never want to get. You want to use your gold marks on books. This will come in the game later, and you can get it later. But 24 blue, green, yellow, white helm, divine mystic. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by blessed allies and enemies. Then convert all purple gems to angel gems. Explode an angel gem when my turn begins. I mean, it's not bad. If you have that conversion, does it use yellow? Ooh. So you do damage to all enemies. Boosted by blessed, which isn't great. So it's never going to hit super hard, but it's kind of like a little bit better, what's his name? Ferris Ra. Doesn't Ferris Ra do purple to yellow, but it only hits one enemy? Like a little bit, but Ferris Ra has the 100% extra souls. Reminds me of like a hitting all enemies Ferris Ra almost. Nothing you should like, I'm gonna go get 2,500 gold marks and spend it on it. It's not gonna like, there's others like Divine and Mystics and White Helm. White Helm has guards, Avatar, and stuff like that. Like, probably don't need it. You have that conversion though, and it gets itself back up, and then it casts again. You know, seems okay. Got Raquel, dude. He's got a saucy name, don't he? This dude has a... Is that a dude or a woman? It's hard to tell with a name like Raquel. What's up, Raquel? He's got a saucy name, don't he? Is that a boy? I don't know. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Dispel an enemy. Deal true damage to them boosted by barrier gems and create 5 barrier gems. So not great. Raquel is in the house, though. So that's the 2 new PvP troops, one for silver marks, one for gold marks. The problem with this is you got to get 150,000 VP. I don't hate like getting it. You know, silver marks, what else you going to do with them? But it's the 150,000 VP that's hard to get, not the 1,500 silver marks. And you're not even wrong. If you get Raquel, then get it if you can get it, I guess. But this is the one you don't want to get because gold marks are so valuable. Like, silver marks, there's really nothing else to spend them on except for talismans and pets, and you already got the pets probably, so what else is there to spend them on at that point? Might as well get Raquel. But it's the 150,000 VP that usually stops people, not the 1,500 silver marks. This one, both things should stop you. You can look at, there's probably more new Immortals here, right? We got Zachariel. Is there? Maybe not. I already had all these, right? Let me look at gemsofwar.com. Plus the holiday thing they were talking about. Let me look that up. Hold on a sec. Latest news. Alright, here's the holiday event. says there's a new troop, and I don't see it in the game yet, though. It's supposed to be one of those where you get the pet and the golden pet and the armor. You guys see it in your game, like a holiday event? Season of Honor begins. Immortal Zachariel. Zachariel's Flail. Explode 5 gems boosted by barriered allies. If Immortal Zachariel is on my team, gain an extra turn. Zachariel's Hawk, +1 skill bonus for Immortal Zachariel. Immortal Leo. There he is. 26 green, yellow, purple beast from Pride Lands. Deal true damage to 5 random enemies if used in Bay of Stars. Deal double damage, destroy gems in an X shape. 50% chance to create an Umbral Star when my turn begins. Not bad. Another Immortal I'll use in Bay of Stars, if I ever get it. I think that's it. So there's the one you get from the season, and then the other one that's in burning chests. Alright, let's just read this. Season of Honor begins. New PvP season begins. A brand new PvP season begins today. Earn rewards from the Season of Honor pass and play PvP battles to complete goals during this season. Featured Immortal is Immortal Zachariel. Immortal Zachariel is the featured Immortal during the Season of Honor. Earn his Immortal Souls from the Season Pass and Gold Season Goals. You will also be able to earn Immortal Souls for him in Burning Chests. Once the season ends, he will only be available in Burning Chests. Then they have his pet and his weapon. New Immortal in Burning Chests, Immortal Leo. Immortal Leo is a new Immortal that will be going into Burning Chests as part of the Season of Honor. Earn their Immortal Souls from Burning Chests and level them up to unlock their Immortal Weapon, Leo's Claws, and their Immortal Pet, Leo's Cub. Seasonal Mythic Sarah Thiel. A new seasonal mythic has appeared in the PvP shop. It requires 150,000 VP for the season to unlock and can be purchased for 2,500 gold marks. Only one copy can be purchased per season. Once the campaign ends, this mythic will only be able to be crafted in Soulforge via the weekly rotation of mythics. Seasonal Legendary Raquel. A new seasonal legendary has appeared in the PvP shop. It requires 150,000 VP for the season to unlock and can be purchased for 1,500 silver marks. Only 6 copies can be purchased per season. Once the campaign ends, this legendary will only be able to be crafted in Soulforge via the weekly rotation of mythics. And that's where I'm going to get them. So, like the mythic and the legendary that are for VP and like silver marks and gold marks, I'm going to get them in the Soulforge one day. The immortals I'll get from, you know, playing the season a little bit and burning chests. Any other information? Now available in chests, Azalea will become available as possible drops from Glory Gem Guild at correct levels for their rarity and VIP chests after weekly reset. So Azalea is available now, which is gonna be... Do I have it? Right here, right? Did they spell it wrong, or is that it? No, they just spelled their own troop name wrong. It's Azaleus, and they called it Azalea. So they spelled it A-Z-A-L-E-A, and it's really spelled A-Z-A-L-E-U-S. I don't know what they're talking about. I think it's this one they're talking about, though. It's now available in chests. Anyways, that's all the news. That's the PvP season. Let's open these chests. I like to check epic burning chests just to see what's in here. If there's something cool, like in the middle, like, I don't know, Fernax, Ossifer, one of the ones like Leo or something, I'll consider it, but otherwise I don't do these. So let's open burning chests. Immortal Sagittarian Souls. Gold Marks. Immortal Gemini Souls. And I can level some of these up, might as well. This is me playing super bare minimum PvP. You guys probably have your immortals higher level than mine are. We can do this guy too. Holy diver. I know a girl named Poop. She always likes to poop. It's a new song I made up. I like to sing it. Alright, that's PvP, y'all. So we did the Soul Forge, we did PvP. We talked about that. We gotta go here. Look at this troop. 12 red, purple, Khetar Divine Monster deals scatter damage. Boosted by red and skull gems. Then burn a random enemy. Gain bonus red mana from red gem matches. Nothing too great. Comes in with Arcane Dark Trait Stones, which are red and purple. Is Yandy here? What's going on, Yandy? It's a she-man, yeah. Let's see what y'all are saying. Yoke says the Explorer weapons work great in the Underspire. Exploder, yeah, Exploder. Immortal Leo, yep. You were right. Yoke says the goal this season is 800k. Last season I did 400k. Awesome, keep upping it, man. Yeah, that is a major grind. It's a she-man. Yoke says I have to play more PvP. I have to channel my inner Mark. Yeah, me too, dude. You want the daily gold marks? Yeah, same. Jet says that's Raquel you're talking about. Watch your mouth. Beg says the holiday event was pushed 1 week and they forgot to change the info. Okay. Wise move from the devs. There's too much going on this week. Devs are on dope, says Sana. Yandy's here. How's it going? Alright, so, red, purple trait stones. Remember to take a look, especially if you're a beginner, or early mid-game, late early game, something like that. That's when you look at these and get the trait stones like this. You get a different trait stone every week. You just save up your glory and you can trade everything you got. Especially legendaries and mythics and stuff like that. Epics. So go check out every troop that's red and purple and make sure you have them fully traded, because you can just keep getting them. Red, purple, like that. Do all color, base rarity, and the main ones, you know, mythics, but legendaries 100% need this trait stone, so I don't really go over every single one of them anymore, but like Queen Titania for her fairy fire, you might want that, just for an example. Umberwolf has a perpetual dark storm. Like, just make sure you're fully trading stuff if you don't have them fully traded, especially the good stuff. Anyway. Alright, event key drop table is Khetar. That's a good one. We got Adana, who's head and shoulders above everything else. We got the two Zs. We got Zalkari and Zacian, which are pretty good. And then we got, like, Mist of Scales and Khetar, where you got Takshaka and Pharaoh Khafru. Then you have the White Helms and stuff like that. But this is an important one. It's a top 10 kingdom. It might be a top 5 kingdom. This is where you get Pharaoh Khafru, right? So hopefully you've been saving up event keys. I mean, it's been tough, though, so I get it if you don't have any, because they're hard to get, and we've had a bunch of good kingdoms in a row. So if you don't have them, I totally understand, but it's another one. If you've been patient and saving and waiting just for Pharaoh Khafru, now's the time. Let's go to Khetar. Alright, he's here, right? Or am I tripping? We're about to see. There he is. So he's the meta right now for getting up like Chrysantherax and Stellarix and stuff like that, who are the hardest hitting stuff in the game. Get high-level players, just get stuff done. Pet rescues, dungeons, explore, just everything. Anywhere you can use Chrysantherax, we're using it. And we follow it up with two Khafrus with a Miraji Queen or a Essentia or something like that. Triple Khafru sometimes. It's the way to go if you're high level and you have everything in the game. It's meta, it's the fastest thing. Except for during the Vault event, you know, you got Ironhawks for that, but anything you can clear in one shot with Chrysantherax, you're going to use double Khafru also. He's not that good by himself, so if it's like a Khetar restriction or Undead restriction or something like that, he's not that good, but when he's getting up Chrysantherax or Stellarix, he is good. So you want at least 2 of these. If you can only get one to secure it, like always. I say that with Ironhawk. I say that with anything. Takshaka. If you can get one, just get it. Like, don't just cry in the corner and don't get any. Like, go get it, because you're going to need 2 or 3 eventually, so get the 1 if you can get the 1. But you want to shoot for 2. It's just like Ironhawk, right? 2 will let you start doing the thing, and it's like the meta. 3 is like ideal, like get 3 just in case, because sometimes you will use 3, like with the 3 Ironhawks. But 2 is where it really starts to do its thing. So aim for 3, but get 2 at least, and then grab 1. If you can only grab 1, just grab it. It's up there for sure. Ironhawk is more important. You know, Tesla, stuff like that might be more important, but this is up there these days, especially. All the mythics, we got Kafru, Pharaoh Nefertani, Ferris Ra, and Rathamon. So you got a bunch of Dookie Stain doo-doo, and it's really hard to get 3 Kafrus when you got all these other mythics here. So we already talked about her. She's like barely used for anything in the game. She's very mid, below average type of mythic. This one used to be very good. It was like everybody would get excited waiting for Ferris Ra to come around. It's because we used to farm souls to get Dawnbringer, because Dawnbringer was good back in the day. These days we don't really soul farm except for doing the vault events. We don't really use Ferris Ra anymore. Poor feller. Rathamon is kind of a budget Wild Queen, Wild King, something like that. It's not great. It's okay sometimes. So these are all like not that good. So what that does is muddy the waters and make it harder to get Kafru with event keys. And you need 2 or 3 Kafrus, so you can need a lot of event keys. Let's say you wanted 3 Kafrus, and you're going to do it through event keys. Well, you got to account for 1,000 event keys per mythic, pretty much. So you got 4 mythics here, that's 4,000. And then you need 2 extra Kafrus, so that's at least 6,000 event keys you want to try to get 3 Kafrus. And I'm not even guaranteeing it. That's just like bare minimum 6,000 event keys. If you're like, okay, how many should I save up, Cindy, if I want to get 3 Kafrus? I'd say start with 6,000 and go from there, because you need at least 1,000 per mythic. You could get really lucky and get 3 right away, or you could get a bunch of these. You get 3 of her, you could get 3 of this, you could get 3 of that. You could get 1 of each, you know, and not get Kafru. You get 1 Kafru and then 1 of each, you know, and then get 2 of this and 2 of that. It's like, the more crappy other mythics there are, the harder it is to get the one that you actually want. The more event keys you have to save up and spend. But this is the main reason you would throw event keys at Khetar. Anktum's okay, like a underrated kind of troop, hits all enemies. Bone Dragon used to be good. Keeper of Souls used to be decent, it's still okay. Apophysis is an empowered converter, does skulls though. You got the Tight Warrior, which in very rare occasions can be used like Rowan early game, kind of, sometimes. It's not as strong though, like, never does exactly what I want it to do. But yeah, you know, if you miss, you're missing. If you miss, you're getting Anknum, maybe Keeper of Souls, Bone Dragon. It's a Tight Warrior. So it kind of sucks if you miss, and then you're pretty likely to miss, so it's hard. But if you're going to get Kafru, this is one of the ways to like target it, make it easier. So otherwise, he's in there with every other mythic, and you're throwing glory keys or gem keys or guild seals, and it's even harder then, because you got so many other mythics that could pop up. Here, only 4 mythics can pop up, so if you get a mythic, you have a 25% chance it's Kafru. If you get a mythic with any other key, like a glory key, a gem key, a guild seal, it's like a 1% chance it's Kafru. So here you up your chances from 1% to 25% by using event keys. Probably less than 1%, really, to 25%. The only other way you're going to get Kafru is wait for it to come through the Soul Forge, save up like 6,000, or wait, 12,000 diamonds, or 8,000, or 4,000. So that is the event key drop table. It's important. It's Khetar. It's Pharaoh Kafru. Okay, what else? What else is going on this week, y'all? Yoke, getting a 3rd isn't like imperative. It's not even as important as getting a 3rd Ironhawk, I don't think. But I do use a 3rd Kafru occasionally. So I would say if you want to, it's like a bougie thing to do, kinda. You know, some situations you can't use Mirage Queen or Essentia, and the best way to go is 3 Kafrus. But that's only on like 2 colors. So, doesn't happen too much. I use 3 Cafroos probably like once every 2 weeks or something, maybe once a month or something like that. It's kind of bougie and like if you can do it, but if you need other things, like if you still need another Ironhawk or you still need High King Iron Gut or you still need like whatever, some other mythics. If you still need other top 10 mythics, I would pass on a 3rd Cafroo, but if you already have all the top 10 mythics, maybe get the 3rd one. Mark says I finished up with 2.8 million. Dang. Try for 1 million this season, Yoke. You can do it. 1 million VP. Give it a shot. Mark says not that much, Sana. I play all day long. I never get lower than 200,000 a week. I just like PvP. It's my therapy. It's kind of like me with Arena sometimes. I know, like, unpopular opinion, but everybody has their thing. Yoke says I have 2 Pharaohs. I already answered that. Don't do it, Yoke. I care about you. I mean, if you need anything else, I agree. If you need anything else that's like a top 10 or top 20 mythic. I don't know that a 3rd Cafroo is in the top 20 mythics, you know? It's probably outside of it. Use Cafroo with Zarg, you could do that, yep. Or a Takshaka or something, yeah. Underspire team's high level? Yeah, I need to do that. We'll do that. I still think Cafroo is better than Zarg. That's my opinion on that. Zarg blows up skulls. There's not always enough skulls. But if you're using 1 Zarg, there usually is enough skulls. So I like that strat that you're doing. But when does that work? Like, what colors do they match up like the same? Aren't they the opposite colors? So I don't know when you'd be doing that, but I guess where you can use anything you want. That's a good idea, you know? But I just don't know when I would ever do it. That's the problem. It's a good thing to do. If you only have 1 or 2 Cafroos, throw in a Zarg. I get it. That's a good idea. But, you know, I'd do triple. If I had triple Cafroo, I would do triple Cafroo. If I have 2, if I can. I'm not going to do Zarg. If I have 3 Cafroos, I'm not going to put a Zarg on there. I might. I don't know. Maybe I'll start thinking about it. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. What was I doing here? I was gonna tell y'all what else is going on this week. Alright, so we have a Khetar week. Khetar Underspire, Epic Trials, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Event Key Drop Table, all that. We have an Evasion going on, Guild event. Tomorrow is Fang More faction event. We'll also go over our PvP offense and defense teams tomorrow on stream while we do Fang More Pure 500 live on stream as well. That'll be tomorrow's live stream. Wednesday, we have the Sarcophagus Khetar pet mimic stylized Sarcophagus pet thing. Thursday, we have Necromancer class event. And this weekend, we have Guild Wars. And it's a new PvP season. And supposedly the holiday event got pushed back a week, or else that would have been this week too. So that's what's up this week. We only got 2 more weeks after this of August. August ends on a Sunday with a Vault event. Okay. Alright, so Underspire is next up. Let's make a team. Got Khetar. What are we gonna do? We do have Cafroo here. See, what am I gonna do? Weapons are Khetar as well. That's kind of poo-poo. Do have Dustbringer though. I might do that. If you have access to everything in the game, you could do like one of these moves. Yeah, that's probably what I would do for high level. Banner, we got purple and brown that are the same. And we can minus blue. Glass. Get a lot of purple. Choose a chosen color to brown. I might do brown though, just to have a... I'm gonna do brown. We got... Everybody's using brown too, so Titan. Let's make sure we got our brown storm. Probably do this. Probably what I'm gonna do. I'll see if I can make another team though, because I know this is kind of bougie. You might not have Dustbringer, you might not have 3 Caproos. What do we need? Okay. You don't need a Nanu for this, because we're 50% started, and... Get our free lantern. Everybody should do this. Even if you're not going to play Under Spire, you should do that. One of those things in the game, it doesn't depend. You should just do it. If I didn't have this, I would maybe do Anknum. This is definitely going to fall off the further I get in, but then my death marks will be there, and then I can like get it back up with Caproo by turning something to Cursed Gems. So it might be okay for the whole thing. This is what I would say if you have everything in the game. At least start with this. Stay tuned. Friday, Saturday, I'll see if I'm still doing this or not. I might make another one though, because this one is really bougie. In case you don't have all that. Sometimes they do change as I go. Like, I did a Bane of Mercy, like, Wrath team towards the end of my Underspire last week, I think. But early on, I'd probably just do a couple Anknums with, like, an Explodey weapon or something. Explode Blue. And it's using green and yellow. That's good. Scrab Blade would suck because it's the same exact colors. Stone Cutter would be good too. But this one will give it a buff. So if you have Bone Cutter. And then what else? Do we have anything else that could help our team? That's not... Could also do the triple wall of bone thing. I don't know. Might just do 3 of them. Or anything. Okay, so we got... I want to do like one of this. We need something... We got blue, brown, green, and yellow. Something that's different colors. Oops. Just gonna see. Xerus, Necreza, Keep Priestess, Wall of Bones. Could be helpful. Skeleton. Skelly Cat, Smelly Cat. Yeah, maybe. Just throw that over there. Could be our tank. That works. So this would be like our mid if you don't have Dustbringer, Triple Caproo. Okay, clear filter. Alright, so this is going to gain armor, so it's a tank, you know. Boosted by undead allies and enemies, who cares? All other allies gain attack and mana. 5 attack and mana. It's going to help mana generate, it's going to be our tank. It's using purple, which we're not using at all yet. Also, it lets our weapon not be in first slot, so it can then summon in if we need it to summon in. This is going to blow up blue, which is good for Anknum. It'll summon a Khetar ally if we lose the Wall of Bones, and it's giving a positive stats effect to all of our allies, except for itself. And this is going to deal damage to all enemies, and give barrier if we have a curse on the enemy, which this has a 25% chance to curse a random enemy. What are we missing? Red? Green, brown, minus red, that looks fine. We could go all in on our mana generators though, like green, purple. Which one's gonna have more? This is gonna have 7. This is gonna need 10. So yeah, I like this banner. Alright, so here's if you don't have triple cap for your Dustbringer. Do something like this. See how it goes. We got 2 mana generators, a tank, we got 2 damage dealers, we got a summon, got everything you need. Just try to get up our weapon. Be easier than getting up the Wall of Bones. Of course not. Oh wait, here we go. This should win it. Gonna be a little slower than the triple cap for Dustbringer. Wow, my chat crashed for the first time in a long time. Highest level, we got 14, we got 15, so we'd go this way. I'll do one more fight so I know which way I'm going. 3 spots in Pirate Gang. We're struggling this month, y'all. What the heck?
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Takes way more to finish the enemy. But this is our other team, like lower level team.
Mana surge.
And here's the door. Alright. So just in case you don't have triple cap for your Dustbringer, that's what I'm going to use though. Triple cap for your Dustbringer is what I'm using. So when my Dustbringer stops wiping the entire enemy team out, it'll death mark the entire enemy team, and then I can use my Caffrey to get my Dustbringer back up and then cast it again, type stuff. And the Caffrey will curse them so they can be death marked too. But we'll see later, you know, we'll be doing Guild Wars live on stream on Friday and Saturday, so I'll also show Underspire just to see if I'm still doing that or not. I should be on the 5th or 6th boss by the weekend. I think that's everything. Why did that not go away? Oh, because I didn't collect it. There we go. Alright. So that's everything. We just ain't getting out there, y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Summer slowdown, I guess. But thank you so much, Sauna and Chad, for trying. It's Turtle, man. Turtle's almost all the way out, though. You guys are making progress, so appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. If you have any questions, now's the time. I'm still here for a couple of minutes while I say goodbye. But yeah, that was everything. Invasion teams, high, mid, low. We went over the Soulforge weekly preview, Underspire team, looked at the new PvP season, everything else going on this week. We'll do Guild Wars tomorrow, which, let's look at it, though, like... Oops. Hey! Guild Wars. Suncrest is the restriction, so we'll look at that tomorrow, just to sauce it up a little bit. Today I already had enough going on. Can't do anything until our guild keep chooses a color. We went down to 21st, so still figuring out where we should be. Still pretty high up there, though. Almost in the top 20. 21st. Suncrest. So I'll start thinking about a team for Suncrest. I'll set my defend tomorrow. We'll make an attack team and try it out in unrestricted PvP and stuff like that after we do, or maybe before we do Fang more Pure 500. Something to look forward to tomorrow. No problem, Jam Ricks. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate every single one of y'all. You get the word out or something. I don't know. You guys are awesome and everything, but dang, what's going on this month? It's been slow, like, across the board. It's not just these streams. I put out a banger for EverQuest last week, and it's really just trickling in. And then I guess no one cared about the community survey either. Like, there's not even that many people doing Gems of War content anymore, and like, they still, like, I don't get it. Maybe the game's dying. You'd think more people would come watch this channel if other channels aren't doing as much, but I guess not. But hey, freaking August, summer, I think it's probably that. Everybody's trying to fit in that last vacation, go outside. They're not staring at live streams and YouTube at the moment, so. But hopefully we can survive, man. It's getting treacherous out here in the garage, in the train. But thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining me today. JM Ricks, Sana, Lady Outfield. Tyrion Shark was lurking today. Just lurking, waiting for somebody to get in the water. Mark Nugent was here. MJK Jets, Yoke the Ham. Yandy. We will have a birthday live stream and a chatathon this month, so maybe that'll help out. Got Yandy, we got Jets, we got Beg, Yoke the Ham, Sauna. Rain was here. We got Yoke. Chat with a 2 with a 2. Thank you so much, bro. Really, really, really appreciate it, man. Everything helps. Imagine if every single person gave $1 out of the 8,000 people. We would be cruising. I would never have to ask for nothing. $1. If everybody became a member. Somebody didn't even know we had memberships. There was an EverQuest person the other day that was saying, why don't you add memberships? You know, that might help your channel. Like, I've had them since before anybody else. Like, really? I've had them the longest. Sana, thank you so much for the gift. And went to Livewire, who is surfing in Hawaii until I'm told otherwise. I do not want to think he's in a ditch somewhere. I don't know who was first because my chat screwed up. It says Mark, and then Sana, and then Rain, but I'm not sure. Top fans. So YouTube determines who was the top fans of the stream. It says Sana was number 1 with 150 experience. Chad was number 2 with 125 experience. And number 3 was tied between Mark and Jets for 100 experience. But special shout out to Sana and Chad. Thank you so much. Putting in that maintenance, changing the bearings. Make sure we have oil and food and stuff so we can survive. A little bit of water. We were parched and thirsty. Bought me some whitey tidies and water. Thank you so much. Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Should be a good one. Fang more Pure 500 on stream. Guild Wars, offense and defense on stream. So I hope to see you there. Peace out.